Between 1845 and 1852, a devastating famine struck Ireland, leaving over 1 million people dead and forcing millions more to leave their homeland. But why did the country that could have helped fail to act? This is the story of the Irish Famine, one of history's most tragic humanitarian crises. Ireland was part of the United Kingdom at the time. The majority of the population depended on the potato as their main food source. When the potato blight arrived, crops failed year after year. The famine caused widespread starvation, disease, and social upheaval. The Irish people faced a food shortage unlike any in living memory, but relief efforts were slow and often inadequate. Over 1 million people died from starvation and disease. Around 1 to 1.5 million people emigrated, mostly to the United States, Canada, and Britain. Towns and villages were emptied, entire communities disappeared. At the height of the famine, coffins were carried through streets daily, and makeshift cemeteries filled up across the country. Relief efforts existed but were limited, bureaucratic, and often harmful. The British government relied heavily on market forces, assuming food could still be sold to those who could pay. While millions starved, Ireland was still exporting food, illustrating how policy decisions and priorities had deadly consequences. Many Irish fled to America. Cities like Boston, New York, and Philadelphia became home to growing Irish communities. Others went to Canada, Britain, and Australia. The journey was perilous. Many died on coffin ships due to disease and overcrowding. Irish immigrants shaped culture abroad, religion, music, labor movements. The Irish diaspora became a lasting legacy of this crisis, turning tragedy into a story of resilience. Historians debate, was this famine a genocide? Some argue the British government's lack of intervention contributed to mass death. Others say it was a tragic result of policy failures and social economic structures rather than a deliberate plan to exterminate. Importance of context. 19th century economic philosophy, colonial policies, and attitudes toward Ireland shaped decisions. History allows us to examine the facts, understand the human cost, and learn lessons about governance, empathy, and responsibility. The famine reshaped Ireland forever. Population fell by 25 to 30%, land ownership shifted, and communities were permanently altered. Millions of Irish abroad maintained cultural identity while influencing the world. Remember, history is not just about blame, it's about understanding consequences and learning from them. The Irish famine is a reminder of how decisions by those in power can have devastating effects on ordinary people, and how resilience can survive even the darkest times.